Hi everyone, Susan Gerbic from Psychics Explained. So I got a takedown notice this morning from Matt Fraser. And whether for copyright. Now, is it because they actually saw the video and don't want it there? Or is it some algorithm he has that is looking for anything that has to do with their content? I don't know. But I like to think that Matt, if you're watching this, Matt or his team is watching videos going through and doing that, which I kind of lean that it's some algorithm somewhere because I have so many Matt Fraser videos still up that um why don't you try to take them all down one at a time, like in mass or something like that? And they have tried to take several down. So what I decided I would do, it's a 4-month-old video, is redo it. And it only had 73 views. So good Lord, dude, you're a little paranoid if my 73 views is really worrying you. I haven't rewatched it, so I'm going to rewatch it fresh again. And of course, I'll remember some of the different things that happened in the video, I'm sure, in your comments. Thank you guys so much. So I have altered the video. I've changed the speed in order to change the voice. So hopefully that's not too annoying. I've removed his logo because I've made it just even, more tight. It's obviously fair use. The problem is, you guys, if you don't do YouTube, it's just such a pain to have to fight these things, and you don't want those copyright strikes against your channel, because 3 copyright strikes and you lose your channel. And I just don't want to have to deal with that. So, but now there are problems if people keep putting copyright strikes up against you, and you're found to be in, like, you're using it as a weapon against someone, when it's obviously fair use, then yes, of course we can. It backfires on them, and they can have repercussions to their YouTube channel. And I know he's making thousands of dollars off of his YouTube channel a month, so he doesn't want to do that. So maybe that's why they're not really going through my videos. I don't know. I can't get into his head. I'm not psychic, and neither is Matt Fraser. But YouTube doesn't make it easy. I mean, you can fight these things, but it's a problem. So it's easier for me to just alter the video again. I'm surely not making much money off of this. I think I make $100 a year off my channel. So please please subscribe, please leave me comments. What is really valuable to me is that you guys hit the notification button so that you're aware whenever I upload a new video. And thank you guys who have done that. I really appreciate it. And I'm really looking for your comments. And that keeps me going more than monetary, views. I mean, heck, money's great. I'll just buy more books, probably more flowers, but I really would like to have, I like the idea of a community better. People who help me with these videos to help me see things that I don't see and give me suggestions. And thank you guys for everybody who's been writing to me with suggestions of different mediums. I have slowed down a little bit because I'm really still working on trying to find a hot reader that I can get readings with. And I can't really release, got a whole back load of videos that I want to release. I could easily release, write a comment, people you haven't seen before, but I don't want it revealed where I'm getting these videos from just yet, because I'm worried that they'll close down that avenue for me. So just be patient with me, and also be patient. Operation Banana Cream Pie is done-ish, but we have to wait, and there's more still to come. So I can't say much more about that, but you're going to be very interested in the results of that, as I was and my team was. Anyway, so please continue sending me stuff to my channel, to my you can email, and or you can get a hold of me at Facebook Messenger. I'm quite approachable. or you can come out to one of the events that I'm constantly seem to be at. And let's see. I really apologize for this guy's voice because I've had to speed it up and his voice is already annoying. But you know, that's his personality. And if it was possible to communicate with the dead, who knows what it does to your personality? Then again, this might have been him all along. All right, so I will stop and go as I see fit. And please comment in below.
Gonna come through on the other side. And first of all, when I'm connected, did you lose your mother? Yes. Because right away she can say to me, Matt, my girls are here, I have to speak. And it's so funny because she's going to me, Matt, how could you not know I'm the mother? We look alike. Look, we look alike, she's saying. Everybody's picture. Okay, she showed me this family picture and all the women all looking alike when I'm connecting. And first of all, I gotta tell you, this woman is so funny because when I'm connecting with her, all I keep smelling is this floral smell around me when she's coming through. Do you ever smell your mom around you or smell like her fragrance?
Yes, in her room.
Because she says to me, Matt, that's one of the ways that they can know that I'm there. She says they can just smell me, she tells me. She's also telling me when I'm connecting with her a few different things. This woman was somebody who was afraid to pass here in this world. She keeps saying, Matt, I did not want to die. I didn't want to die. I didn't want to die. And what's so crazy, sorry, I don't mean to laugh. Your mother, she says to me, she thought your dad was going to die first.
Oh my God. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, she goes, I can't believe I died. She goes, I really thought it was going to be my husband, she says to me. Because she talks about having to take care of him here in this world. And she was always worried about him. She goes, and can you believe? She goes, I spent so many years taking care of this man. She goes, he didn't do anything right, Matt. She goes, he didn't do anything for himself. She goes, this man ate what he wanted, did what he wanted, his doctor's appointments, and all these things. She goes, and I died? She goes, I can't believe this.
Yes. Oh yeah, she was a beautiful wife.
Dinner. She said that she's able to show me, like with the ironing board, like ironing his pants, getting his outfits ready, like doing all these things. She goes, Matt, she goes, I didn't realize how much I spoiled him. She goes, till I died. Because now she tells me that he wants you to do all these things. And she tells me, like, you go to visit your dad and like he gives you commands, like, go, can you move that drawer? Can you see what's in that drawer? Can you put this away? Hey, can you fix that over there? And he doesn't want to do anything himself.
This is so true. This is so true.
Hello, I'm talking to your mother. What do you think? So please know. And listen, I can't control what souls come through. They have to come through to me. Know that one of the things that your mom is telling me is this. She says, first of all, Matt, she goes, I want to say to my daughter that I'm sorry for leaving her with the burden of her dad, she tells me, because I thought I was going to be there to take care of everything. She said that was one of the things that I was afraid of. She says, I was so afraid of leaving this world. She says, I was so afraid of going to the other side. She said, and no one being able to take care of dad, she tells me. She says, please thank her for the way that she came forward and the way that she's been there for him. She says, and I want to thank her. She says, for every single day of watching over him. She says, keeping an eye on him and doing everything that she's been doing. She says, I was never so afraid until I was leaving this world, she tells me. She says, because I did not want to go. She says, and I begged for God for more time, she tells me. She says, because I prayed and I prayed and I hoped and I probed. She goes, and I had so much faith. She says, but the hardest thing is that I didn't feel I was ready. She goes, I'm going to tell you that right now. Because your mom tells me that she didn't come to terms with her passing until right when she died, she tells me.
Oh my gosh.
She says, I know what you did for me. She goes, and I know that you all said, like, Mom, you don't have to worry about anything. Like, you don't have to stress over anything. If I die, I'm like, if anything happens to you, we're going to take care of the house. We're going to take care of dad. We're going to do this. We're going to do that.
Yes.
She says, and do you know, Matt? She goes, I want to thank my family for what they did for me before I died. She says, because everybody got to see me. She tells me everybody being in and out of her house. She shows me that it was like a party every day. She says, and Matt, they were cooking for me and making food for me. She says, and they would put food out on that. She goes, I don't know if it was the dining room table or the kitchen table, but I see everybody going. It was like a buffet, she shows me, and like lining up. Even though I wanted more, she says, I got to see all my family. Everybody traveled from near and far to be with me. She says, and I can't thank them enough. But she also says to me, she was so close with all of you here in this world that she says to me that this is now time for you to spend with your dad. She says, this is a closeness that she wants you to have with him here in this world. She says, because I got to enjoy all of you throughout life. She says, dad was always working. Dad was always busy, she says to me. So throughout growing up, she says, I always had this super strong bond with you. I always had this super strong closeness. She says, and now she says, it's almost like you get to make up for lost time with your father. Not that you weren't close, because I know that you were all close, but it's a different bond. You shared a different bond with your mom than you did with your dad. She says to me that you never got to have that closeness with him because your mom was like a barrier between you and your father. Everything
me and my mom. I'd go straight to her room. We'd watch our Lifetime shows together, and my dad would come in and check on us. What are you guys doing? Would you like a beer? Would you know?
She wants you all to know that she's been trying to reach you all in your dreams. So have you all got dreams of her?
Oh, yes.
She's telling me that you got that there was a dream that she sent where you all got the same dream. So did you all have the same dream of your mom?
Very similar dreams, yes.
Because she's saying to me that was really me because I saw her go, okay, from bedroom to bedroom to bedroom, not a creepy way, but she shows me like her coming to visit you and then your daughter and then this one. She says to me that when you all had those dreams, I feel like you were calling each other saying, I just dreamt of mom. No, I just dreamt of mom. I had a
Okay, let's stop for a second. Oh my God, that high speed. Well, it gets through the video a lot faster. All right. This video has 44,000 views. It was created November 20th, 2023. 44,000 views. Wow. I get 73, and he's going to try to take down my video. Well, I'm going to keep on plugging on this. And as long as you guys continue showing up, I'm going to keep doing these. All right. So it's just, I don't know if I see these things in a different way because I've been doing this for so many years. I mean, it's all cold reading. We also don't know what was said before we get to this point because he already clearly knows the father is alive and the mother has died. We already know that. So that was part of the video. Remember, this is on Matt Fraser's YouTube channel. So he's already done editing. They've already done editing. And so we don't know what's missing. We don't know what, if he just pulled these three out of the ether that were on a gallery reading, which is what I suspect. I doubt it was one of those where you pay to get a reading from him because you can't really get a reading from him just paying. I want to get a reading from you. I've tried. And you can't really do that because I think he's a coward. And he makes more money this way. It's better. He can do a gallery reading with a few hundred people there, charge $20, and he'll make a lot more money than he will one-on-one with somebody in the same amount of time. So it's financial. And I guess he would say, if you were to ask, oh, well, I'm touching more people this way than doing a private one-on-one reading. Okay, sure. Not doing any readings for anybody who is lost or missing, of course, or for the police, right? Because we would know that. So this, I guess he already knows that this one woman, one of the sisters there, either lived in the house of the mother and father or was, it was that they lived in the house with their mom and dad, or mom and dad lived with them or something. It sounds like that to me. So they're still in the same house. This idea of having smell, of course, there's certain soaps, there's certain smells, there's certain cleaning things, there's perfumes and all kinds of things that just linger years after a person has died because they just, it's just, you don't always get rid of all the same soaps and perfumes and so on when somebody dies. I mean, some people might, but I still have a lot of things here from Mark Edward living here. Dad dies first. The music, I think, is very important because they put the music cues in there so you know when to feel it triggers something in you that makes you feel like, oh, and now we're getting to that happy moment, and now we're getting to that time where I'm going to tear up, or oh, it's a happy moment, and I should feel like little things in my tummy, oh, this is going to be wonderful. So music cues are very important in these videos. They're heavily edited. I find it really odd, and this is kind of where it gets to it. Okay, watching this superficially, it just seems like, oh, just a generic story of a mom, and she cleans all the time, and she really cares about her husband, and her husband's just inept, and he don't care, and he doesn't clean, and she does all the work, and it sounds superficially like that, right? Just a stereotype of a family. And the daughters are all leaning into it. Yeah, that's all true. That's all true. But it's missing everything about these people as people. First off, he's thinking one daughter. He's thinking one daughter when there's clearly two other daughters in there. He's saying, you did everything. You were there. You took great care of my dad, of my husband, your dad. And on and on and on. What does it feel like to those other women in the room who are going, gee, thanks, Mom. Maybe because mom and dad lived with this one sister, of course she did more, but to not really acknowledge it. I mean, he sort of does a little bit later, but he really lays on you were the one, you sister were the one that took care of me, and now you guys all can have a better relationship with dad soon. But it just felt very what is missing? And what is missing is that, what about all the other people in her life? What about all the other things? I mean, they say people came and went. It was like a party when I was dying, and they got to say goodbye and all that kind of stuff. Okay, that's nice, but it just, I don't know. It just felt like there was a lot missing in that. Also, this is super insulting to this husband. He seems very like a stereotypical husband of just being insulted. And the daughters are like, yeah, they're so excited to hear from their mom. I mean, why not? Of course you would be excited, and you want to keep agreeing to everything so that the reading continues. If they start saying, no, that's not like my dad at all. My dad was a very loving man. He took care of the house. He often did the dishes, and yeah, he vacuums. And I mean, if they start doing that kind of stuff, then the reading's going to end. And it sounds like it was a stay-at-home mom, at least towards the end of her life. But we don't know that. And we don't know that I mean, they just seem so bland, We don't know about their lives. We don't know about their loves. We don't know about other children. We don't know about careers and hobbies. And people are a lot more complicated than just this, what he's giving them. And he does it in such a jokey way, as if, I just, this is the second time I've done this video, and I'm seeing different things in it each time. So I do feel like this is just stereotypes. It's insulting. He's like having a laugh at their expense. He's rewriting the memory of the mother and forcing a rewrital of the father. Their lives are probably way more complicated than this. And this idea of dreams, I mean, of course you have dreams of people. And he says, do you have the same dream? Oh, we have similar dreams. Okay, well, we don't really know what that is. I have a cat here who wants attention so badly. All right, let's start up again. Ow, don't scratch me. Let's start up again, and let's see. It's almost over. I think we got like 2 minutes more.
Oh, yes.
She says to me, that was really me.
Yes, thank you, Lord. I just want to know that she is happy.
She definitely is. And I'll tell you one thing. She wants to thank you, by the way, for decorating your dad's house. She tells me that you're decorating it for Christmas, so you're going to be putting up a little tree or things for him.
We are going to, yes.
So know that she says to me, she goes, thank you for including him in the holidays. And when you put out the decorations and you do things like that, she says, know that I'm there. She goes, but don't go overboard. Your mother was the type of person, when I'm connected with her, where she was constantly in and out of the house changing things. She would change the bedspread with every season. I see her taking down curtains and changing down the curtains and doing all these things. She goes, Matt, he's going to start to learn to vacuum. She goes, that's all I want him to do is vacuum, she says. Because she tells me about here in this world, she used to try to make him vacuum and he wouldn't do it. She goes, know that life isn't going to be perfect now that I'm gone. She says, so that even though you can't change the curtains every season and you can't do everything that I used to do, your mother's laughing. She goes, it's kind of a good thing because it makes him miss me more, she says.
Yes.
She goes, for years, she goes, I always used to tell my husband, like, he didn't know how good he had it with me because I took care of everything. She goes, but now he knows.
This is true.
I'm going to tell you something that's really amazing that I don't get to see all that often. And this is a reading where I don't get to see all that often for this reason. Many times when I see a significant other pass away, their husband or their wife is left behind and they're heartbroken. And I get very worried about depression. I get very worried about these things. I see it. With your dad, I don't see him being depressed. Does he miss her? Absolutely. Does he love her with his whole heart? Absolutely. But what's so nice about this is that you're actually going to be able, from what your mom tells me, is that he knows he's going to see your mom again. Your dad has such strong faith that he's enjoying all this time that he's getting with you. So your mom's saying, enjoy it back.
Oh, this makes me so happy.
It's funny because your mom says to me that she thought, I'm going to be very straightforward and honest. She thought that if she died, he was going to go with her. That's what she thought. And she's saying to me, Matt, he proved me wrong. She says, in all the right ways. Your dad has such strong will and such strong faith, and he's living life for you. And she says, that's the way that's supposed to be, right? I'm going to leave you with that. I want to thank you for being here.
All right. Yeah. I had to pick up the kitty cat, and she's just very old and she's very arthritic, and you have to be very careful holding her, and her claws are in my leg. So this will be a short video. So thank you for decorating. Thank you for including Dad in Christmas. And Really, Matt? Oh my goodness. Thank you for including Dad in Christmas and getting him a little tree. So maybe he doesn't live at the house. I don't know. I'm confused. Matt seems to know what's going on. I don't know. Say hi, everybody. This is Imogen. Say hi, Imogen, to everybody. And she just wants him to vacuum. Learn to vacuum, dude. He's probably been vacuuming for years. Come on. He's probably been fixing the vacuum. I don't know. This is just so silly. Now, again, as I said, I'm watching this video. It's been months since I recorded the last one, and I'm finding different things that hit me. Now, again, it's just interesting, and that's why I want to have you guys' comments in below this video. Here's what's hitting me. Dad is not depressed. Dad is enjoying life, spending time with you guys. Don't worry about Dad. He knows he's going to see his wife in another world, and that I guess she'll be vacuuming for him again, or whatever it is, that some fantasy that Matt Fraser's got that doesn't make any sense. But anyway, don't worry about Dad's health, his mental health. He's fine. Don't worry about Dad being depressed, because he's not depressed. And he just wants to spend time with you guys. So here's what I'm thinking. That Matt's just making this shit up. And these sisters are so excited about getting the reading, they're just agreeing to whatever. And they may now not notice warning signs of their dad being depressed or having not taking good care of himself, having issues of whatever, depression, other kinds of things happening. And that it's just Dad wants to go see Mom, so he's not eating right. He's not taking his life seriously. He's drinking too much. He's doing all these things because he's hurrying up to see Mom. And he knows that life is going to be wonderful over there. And I think that that's sad, because they're going to miss all these other warning signs. Also, Matt's a young man, 35 or something like that. 35 or something like that. And he can't see life as a person in their 60s as I can. And I can't see life as somebody in their 80s, because I'm not 80. Hey, knock it off. And and the thing is that to make him as this person, this is who you are. He's like 70 years old or whatever this guy is. Don't bite me. Don't bite me. 70. She wants so bad to be pet. But if you pet her, she wants to bite me. Just see my hands. Anyway, so where was I? That this man is going to have no other life other than spending time with his daughters until he dies himself. And that's just so so you're in your 70s, you're not going to have more life. You're done. No more relationships. You're not going to be having another wife or a girlfriend or any of that. Now, Matt doesn't specifically say that, but it just sounds like the guy's just waiting around to die and hang out with his daughters until it's time for him to move on. Don't hit any keys. So it's like, okay, so that's it. Dad's just hanging out until it's time to go. And I find that just so sad, So these poor women, I'm sure they took really good care of their mother and their father, but hopefully she doesn't fall on camera or anything like that. I guess I have to end this video because this is going to be destructive. She's going to push things onto the ground that should not be pushed onto the ground. I tell you, life isn't over just because somebody has died. There's lots of other people out there to love, and we'll love you. Maybe if you want, or if not, there's more cats. There's a lot more cats out there that want to love you and be with you. And I think we should take that more seriously. Anyway, so Matt, try to remove this one. I'll just record another one. Every time this happens, it makes me focus on him again, even more. So I hopefully get more than 73 views this time. Take care, everyone. Please leave me your comments. Please like, please subscribe. I really appreciate it. Thank you all.